it's Faith. What's up? I miss you guys. I haven't been on live. I've been traveling. I just got home. Does anybody else get so homesick when they travel? I feel like I love traveling, but then when I'm gone, I just really miss my routine and my dog and my life. I sent out an email last night about the last 90 days challenge, and I got some questions, and a lot of you were really excited about it. And so I thought I would just make a video and share with you guys my experiences with it. I did do the challenge last year, and I think I tried to do it the year before too, but I failed. For those of you that don't know, the last 90 days challenge is a challenge started by Rachel Hollis, who I love. If you don't follow her, you should totally follow her. She talks a lot about personal development. She wrote that book, Girl Wash Your Face. So, and then online, she has this online community, which she talks a lot about developing healthy habits and setting goals and stuff like that. So you guys know I nerd out over all that stuff. So I really love her. And every year in her community, she does a last 90 days challenge. And the idea of the challenge is for the last 90 days of the year to finish the year strong, right? So a lot of times we start the year really, really strong January, right? That's the joke is all the people in the gym in the first month of January, and then by the end, no one is there, right? So this challenge is about taking the last 90 days of the year and living those last 90 days as intentionally as most people live the first month of the year. And I really love this for, oh my gosh, for so many reasons, but I think it really makes me feel like I'm setting myself up to start 2020 strong, and that I'm giving myself the habits and the foundation to really be able to go after my goals and have a successful year. So the last 90 days challenge is 5 habits. Rachel calls it 5 to thrive. So let me see if I can remember them all off the top of my head. The first one is you get up an hour earlier and you use that time to do something for yourself, for your personal development, something that you want to do, something you enjoy, something for your morning routine, something like that. So you get up an hour earlier. The second thing is you give up one category of food. So whatever your kind of vice is, the thing you shouldn't be eating. Last year I gave up Diet Coke, something like that, something that you need to give up, and it would help you, right? This whole challenge is about what will help you take the next step in your life? What will help you go to the next level of your life? What foundation and habits do you need, right? And these are really good habits. But you can do your own last 90 days challenge. If there's something else where you're this thing, if I could have this one habit, it would change my whole life, right? This is the perfect time to do stuff like that and get that habit in place, so that way in 2020, when we all set goals in January, you have that habit in place, you have that foundation, and you're ready to go, right? So get up an hour earlier, give up one category of food, drink half of your body weight in ounces of water. So if I weigh, 120 pounds, which I don't, that's just easy math for me to do. If I weighed 120 pounds, I would drink half of that is 60. I would drink 60 ounces of water. So basically just drink a lot of water, right? Set some kind of water goal for yourself and challenge yourself to drink that amount of water every single day. And then you're going to write down 10 things that you're thankful for every single morning. So you're just going to wake up. I do this in the morning. I do this as part of my morning routine anyway, and it's really good. If you guys don't do or have any kind of gratitude practice, this is, you should start. It really helps your perspective. It really starts training your brain to look for good things, right? And the idea of this is to not just put down the big things like your family, your house, we all know what we're thankful for those things, but try to find little tiny things as you're going throughout the day. So you're training your brain to notice when things are good and when things are going right. A lot of us have trained our brains to notice when things suck, when things are bad, when we don't like something, whatever. And our brain is just always pointing out all of the bad things that we don't like. And what we want to do is start reprogramming our brain to be oh, that was really nice. Someone held the door for me, right? Tiny things, small things. And make a list of 10 small things that happen to you, either the day before if you do it in the morning or at night, throughout the day. But write down 10 small things that happened to you that day that you're thankful for. And that way, if at the end of the day, you have to sit down and write 10 small things, your brain will be kind of on the lookout, right, for small good things, and it will point them out to you and bring them to your attention. And that's how you can start retraining your brain to be more positive. And then the fifth one is move your body for 30 minutes every day. And I love this because it's not about doing some insane workout program. It's not about like joining CrossFit or running a marathon. It's like do some kind of movement for 30 minutes every day. And so for me, this is walking. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know, I do morning walks with my dog every morning, and I walk him, you know, and listen to podcasts. And I really love that, right? I used to make myself go to the gym all the time, and I really don't do that as much anymore because I find if I walk him in the morning and I walk him at night, that's a good amount of walking. It's probably almost 2 hours of walking I do a day, and I love it, right? It makes me feel really good. So what is a way you can move your body every day for 30 minutes that would feel good, that doesn't feel like a drudgery and a drag and a struggle all the time? If you want to do the gym thing, that's totally fine. I definitely go through phases where I love going to the gym and I'm excited about going to the gym and I'm excited about working out. And I'm just not in that phase right now. I'm in a season of being excited about taking walks with the dog, right? I mean, that's what it is for me. So those are the 5 to thrive. You commit to doing those every single day until the rest of the year. I'm a little late because I was traveling, right? So ideally we would all start October 1st. We would go October, November, December. That's 90 days, the last 90 days of the year, right? So we would start basically now every day until the end of the year. And I just really, really love this challenge. The other thing I want to say to you guys about this and what I kind of have learned from doing this the last couple times I've done it is that this is a long challenge. And when I think about going all the way to January, I lose all my momentum, right? It stops me. It like really discourages me. I feel like I can't do it. It feels overwhelming. And so what I do is I just focus on 1 week at a time, right? I'm just like, just do the 5 habits for a week at a time. And I actually have a tracker on the website on radicaltransformationproject.com you can get for free. I'll link it below. If you guys want, just comment and I'll send you the link. But it's a week tracker. And the reason I use a week tracker instead of a month tracker is because when I look at even 1 month, I get overwhelmed and I'm like, this is so hard. This is so far to go. But when I'm like, I only have to do 1 week at a time, I just have a week tracker where I keep track of all my habits for the week and that's it. And I'm just focusing on 1 week at a time. And that's my advice to you when you're doing these long challenges. 90 days is a long challenge. You guys know I do a lot of like 30-day challenges. So even for me, it's hard to do a 90-day challenge, but I just focus on 1 week at a time. So that's kind of like my 90 days hack I would give you, is just focus on the 1 week. Just do 1 week and then celebrate and be so happy, you know, that you were able to do the habits for a week and then go to the next week. And then the other thing I want to say is that this all has to be built on a foundation of love and respect for yourself. And what I mean by that is you cannot use this challenge as an excuse to beat yourself up, to make yourself feel bad. I mean, I can almost guarantee you we're all going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. I'll probably skip a day here and there, whatever. Life happens, things happen. You just have to be able to continue to move forward, right? You have to be able to make a mistake, forgive yourself, let it go, and then refocus. Don't use it as an excuse to throw it out the window, right? Oh, I messed up, so I'm just not going to try. And don't use it as an excuse to bully yourself, to talk negative to yourself, to have a negative dialogue with yourself, right? I'm so bad, I'm a screw up, I can't do anything right, blah, 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 all that stuff. You have to make a commitment to yourself at the beginning of the challenge that you're just not going to do that. You're going to do the best that you can, and you're going to try really hard and hopefully get a lot out of the challenge. And if you fail, if you make a mistake, that you're just going to forgive yourself right away, because we're starting this challenge with a base, right, of love and self-respect. I love myself and I respect myself. I love myself and I respect myself. When I make mistakes, which I do all the time, right? You guys know, if you guys get my emails, you know I make mistakes all the time and I talk to you guys about it, right? I share them to try to help other people. But when you make a mistake, it's just about being able to forgive yourself and then move forward, right? And not using it as an excuse to beat yourself up. And then the other reason I love this challenge is that I have seasonal depression. And so it's a good foundation for managing that. You know, it hasn't gotten bad yet. It's October, but probably by the end of November, right, it's going to start kicking in. And then December and January are usually my worst months for my seasonal depression. And so doing this challenge sets me up to walk through what I know is going to be the hardest time of the year, right? It's like, I know this hard time is coming. And so I'm going to give myself a foundation to work from, right? A foundation of habits that I know will serve me. So this is about, and you don't have to do those 5. Like, I think it's awesome if you do. And if you do want to do this challenge follow Rachel Hollis on Instagram, and she does like a live every morning you can watch, and they talk about it, and it's kind of fun, right? But if you don't want to do those habits, make your own, right? What is one thing or two things? If 5 is too many, that's fine. Like pick 2 or 3 of your own things that you want to start. Like what are habits that you are excited to do that will make a really big difference in your life, that feel compelling, that feel like a foundation, right? These to me are foundational pieces: eating healthy, exercising, drinking enough water, gratitude, right? And when you have those habits in place, they make everything else in your life easier. They make everything else in your life better, right? It's like this foundation of healthy habits that help serve everything else that you're trying to do, right? When I am healthy, when I'm drinking enough water, when I am walking in gratitude, when I'm doing all these things, it makes my work better, right? My writing is better. I'm a better friend. I'm a better daughter. I'm a better person. I'm better able to show up in the world when I have those habits in place and I'm doing those things. Does that make sense? And so I think it's a really, really powerful challenge. And I just love the idea of finishing the year with intention. Everyone gets so excited about the beginning of the year and a new year and a new year, but let's finish this year out strong. And let's set your future self up for success. So that way, when you're going into 2020, you already have these habits in place. You already have a foundation to work from. You're already feeling good. You're in gratitude. You have been moving your body for 30 minutes every day for 90 days, right? You've been practicing gratitude every day for 90 days, and you have these habits in place. So when you set goals for 2020, hopefully you're able to maintain them and move forward. Does that make sense? So I love this challenge. It's like my favorite thing. I have a blog post on it I can share with you guys. I have a podcast episode about it that I recorded last year. I sent all this out to my email list. So if you're on my email list, just search back. I sent it out yesterday. Gosh, traveling really warps my sense of time. I wrote it yesterday and sent it out. So if you're on the email list, just look at yesterday's email, and I sent you guys the link to the blog post, the link to the podcast, the link to the free printables. All of that stuff is in that email. And if you didn't get the email, just leave a comment and I'll be happy to, give you whatever resources you need. But I'm going to be doing this challenge. I would love it if you guys do it too. Tag me on Instagram, tag me in here, post in here. You guys can make a little, if there's more of you that want to do it, like make a little support group in this group. You guys can do posts in here. I think that would be really cool. I'm here to support you, and I would love if you guys wanted to do the challenge too. Like I said, I'm going to be doing it, and yeah, I would love for you guys to do it and join me as well. And if you're watching this and it's like November or it's later in the year, it doesn't matter. Like you can start now, like start where you are, right? Right now, as I'm recording this, we're already into October. I've already missed, the first handful of days, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse not to start. So if you're watching this in November and you're like, all these people are doing the last 90-day challenge and I missed it, it's not too late for you to start. Start now, go into the new year strong. Come from a place of love and respect and give yourself that gift, that your future self, the gift of these habits that you can stand on and you can lean on that will help you create the life that you want. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna hop off of here. Let me know if you have any questions. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.